Yes, hi.
Hi. Give us a minute. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and start. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I take this occasion to thank this Interleases team because last week we announced that there will be a cash prize that we would like to distribute for the feedback. Whoever gives us some feedback. So basis our panel decision, we identified Interleases team. I think it's Monica. Monica, are you there?
Yes, I am Tapiz.
Yeah,
Monica.
congratulations, Monica.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Okay.
for the recognition.
Okay. So thanks for the feedback. Really appreciate for taking time and really we have definitely those feedback items we are actually added to our roadmap. Okay.
Okay.
We would like to definitely build those apps and we will roll it out. So most likely in the next couple of weeks we would like to roll out those apps.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And I just request everyone to clap for Monica and Interleases team for congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, Monica, you can be on mute. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. And I also see my old friend Suresh Kondeti also joined. Hi, Suresh. Suresh, can you hear me? I think he's on mute, but okay, anyways. Yeah. Maybe we'll start the webinar. See, we would like to launch two more apps this week. Um, I just wanted to brief only a small about the previous apps that we launched. Because all these, if someone is new to this session, I just wanted to touch base that predominantly the purpose of the rolling out these apps is that say with close to 3+ years of experience running the operations in hiring hood, we realized that uh, there are a lot of tools that in fact we built for our internal operations, which we leveraged and we've got a lot of positive results. At some point during our management discussions, we realized that how about we extend these tools to our recruitment partner community so that they can also leverage, and actually at the end of it we are all partners and we are successful because the support and the dedication and the commitment of our recruitment vendor partner team only were able to reach this situation. So we felt why not extend these apps to all our recruitment partners. Okay, and that's the reason for actually releasing these apps. And last couple of sessions, we released four different apps. Basically, a tool called Role Mapper tool. We also have Talk to Resume, resume redaction tool, and a watermarking tool. So which has its own very unique, specific purpose oriented towards specific purpose. So these were released, and it's good to see that a lot of people gave a feedback that we are really started leveraging those tools and it helping them to increase the productivity. So that's a good sign, and even our team was really excited because uh, the kind of response that we got and the feedback and the kind of acceptance and adoption that these tools are having. So it is really giving us a lot of kick to us to deliver and build a lot of such tools. Aspiration is to build a fleet of hundreds of these such tools. So maybe um, Imagine that a recruiter is going in a war zone of recruitment. We wanted to give all the arms and ammunition needed for him to win the battle. So that's the motto. So this week we are actually bringing up two more interesting apps. One is resume data extraction app. The other one is job seeker joining probability tool. Okay. So first thing, we would like to talk about resume data extraction tool. See what typically what happens is that the resumes will be in different formats. Some people have it in PDF, some people have it in Word document, some are sometimes they put it in PPTs, sometimes even put it in Excel formats also. So especially if it is hundreds of resumes and you want to get some common data across these resumes, it becomes really tiresome and almost practically impossible to extract data, and especially running across different formats of these resumes. So we ended up having this problem. It's a touch and feel problem that we faced. So we felt we why not build a tool? So we built it internally for ourselves, and then we felt, okay, why not extend it to our recruitment vendor partner community as well. So typically, this tool is basically solely meant for extracting some data across multiple resumes. Like for example, you throw hundreds of resumes on one side. On the other side, you want to extract email IDs of all the job seekers. So in one click of a button, you'll be able to extract those details. And you wanted to send an email to them, with the click of a button, you'll be able to send it. And similarly, you want to extract the phone numbers of these hundreds of resumes in one go. Okay. Of course, right now the tool right now has 25 resumes at a time we are processing, but down the line we will be giving enhancing that limit. So for the trial purpose, we have put the upper cap as 25, but the tool is being built in such a way that it can handle larger volume of resumes. And now, apart from this, just a contact number and email ID. For example, you wanted to know the location, current location of the job seeker, or the latest company that he worked for, or the education details of these job seekers. You wanted to extract and put it in a structured format. Okay? Uh, this tool helps you to extract those data, and I will ask Sai to demo this a tool. And other interesting part is that we are actually coming up with an API for this. Like for example, any of you guys are having some of your tools, an ATS or something, and you wanted to integrate somewhere. There are APIs that we are publishing where you can happily integrate and use it. It's a standalone API. You can use it for in your software development lifecycle and integrate with your products. Maybe I'll take a pause here and wanted to see if you have any questions before Sai does the demo of this tool. Am I clear? Can someone respond? Maunika, I see so many people. Venkatadri, yeah. Yeah, you have any questions? Can you please? Okay. So we'll do one thing. Maybe we will ask Sai. You can actually start. Okay. Okay.
I hope I'm audible. Hi, hi. Very good evening to everyone. Maybe I guess it's good to say it's a good evening instead of a good afternoon. Yeah, as it's 4:30, we are approaching. So, good evening, everyone. So, let's start with the demo. So, as Sharat sir was saying, Sharat was saying about regarding a resume data extraction. Yes, it's a very common problem that we generally face as a recruiters to have a lot of resumes coming into us, and we need to extract the data individually. We'll be doing a lot of data extraction, like selecting all their phone numbers and keeping it in Excel and maintaining an Excel format, and then we have all this information stored and stuff. So instead of having like so many clicks for a recruiter that happens in a day-to-day life, why don't we just upload the resumes and get that what the relevant information, major relevant information what he's having, is what the platform we had created. So for the new members who came to our platform, so you guys can access our tools from our webpage, which is hiringhood.ai. You can go to the smart recruiter apps. So once you click on it, so you'll be redirected to this platform, which is apps.hiringhood.ai. So you can access at any point of time. And it's a very simple sign in and sign up process. It's basically your email address and it throws an OTP. So I hope my screen is visible, right? Just
Yes,
give,
yes.
Yes, sir.
cool. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for the confirmation. Thanks, man. So you just need to give your email addresses. One second. So even your first time sign up, or you are using multiple times, it is an email and an OTP concept. So you just need to send your email OTP to your email addresses. So it's not restricted to anyone. Anybody can sign up and anybody can use it. So please feel free to use it and give us a feedback there. And yes, so here, just a moment. Yeah, 7793. So once it's verified, so you'll be taken to our dashboard directly. So we have right now we have 6 applications which are ready to use. So each tool, last week we had a discussion about role mapper, talk to resume, and resume redactor, and resume watermarking. And the third one, the fifth one that we are happy to launch this, so which is a resume parser or resume data extraction tool. So if you enter now, so this is how you can enter it, and you can keep any project name here. So let's say, like for example, I'm uploading all the SAP profiles that I'm having, SAP profiles. Let's say like SAP FICO profiles. So I'll keep it as a SAP FICO profiles, and I start uploading all the resumes that I have. So once I upload them, it takes very fast. It's quick in uploading. Once it's uploaded, it starts parsing the data. It starts extracting. So here the magic happens in the background. Whole algorithm comes into the picture, and it differentiates each and every resume and keep it in a columns and give it in a structured table, structured format. So it hardly take 15 to 20 seconds, not more than that. Yeah, it's done. Voila, this is there. So you can see the professional information. So you can now compare the resumes, like who is having what kind of an experience here, and what are the companies they worked upon, and you can drag and see like what exactly this information is. Or even if you go and hover it, so you can see the whole text over it, and what are the companies they worked on, and you can also see their education, what exactly their education is, and even the college what they have studied in. And you can also see, so in this way you can have this whole data here. And if there is any career gap in between the career, so you can also get available here. So right now these all people are like, they don't have any career gap. So that's how it's working. And next, yes, so after the professional information, what exactly, as a recruiter, what you guys are looking into? Can anybody up and speak? What is the next information that you guys want to look into in a resume, like in a bulk of resumes you have, apart from the professional information, in a consolidated view? Yeah, where are these 3 candidates? Yeah, cool. I can see it in the chat. Yes. Yes, Aditya. So you can see like these are the previous three companies. About info about the locations. Yes, we can get it. I'll explain you. So where these candidates in the last 3 locations, you can see here in the company 1, company 2, in the latest to oldest. So you can have these information here. and also as I explained about the education, so you can also see what is this highest education is about now. So in this way, you can get the whole data here. So this is the first information. After this, so we are focusing on. After this, we are focusing on the skills. What are the common skills among all these candidates? What we have uploaded. So we want to view them. So we want to see all these skills, what they are looking, what they are individually of. Like you can also see. So here he's expert in SAP ABAP, SAP ECS, Solman, ABAP, HNA, ERP, HCM, and POS. So many. Like he has a lot of tools here. So you can go and see these all details. And like yes, this is the major information as we see. Okay, Sairaj has a question. How can we find the candidates are genuine or that's a different question. It's a different question. Right now, we are just parsing this data. Right now, we are not validating whether the user is use Sairaj. Yes, the user is a valid user or not. Right now, we are not taking. So here we are just focusing on whatever the information that you give to us, like in the form of files, like resumes and stuff. So we are consolidating into a one view like this, so that you guys can have see is like personal information, so you can instantly use them at any point of time. Like you can make them a WhatsApp group, or you can just share all their share the common JD to them, and you have all their emails, and you can say them. So in that way, you can utilize this tool. So this is a Excel. Yeah, I'll show it in the Excel also. So there is an option to download in the Excel format. So you can see here. So once it's downloaded, so you can open in your Excel. Just a minute. Let me just open that and show how it is there. One second, I'm just opening it. So you can see the professional information, the skills, and the personal info. Yes. So here you can have all these numbers. So in this Excel, you can store and you can save it in your desktop, and you can use it at any point of time. So in this way, you can use this tool. And apart from this, so like we've also created an individual resume view. So here you can see, so what individual person. So like we are giving a commonality. So all these resumes, if you see, they are in of different formats. Like some people keep it in this format, like in a just a common thing, and some people make it much more attractive, and it will be like very difficult for us to find specific information of that user in a different in different resumes. It will be in a different places. So right now what we have done is like we've made a common icon view. So if you go for any person, so you can just see the professional info and education at the top, and the remaining the skills and the personal information and the contact information. It's a common format. So right now we are giving it a common format to the detailed resume and experience, so that you can see and you can get into a common format. So you can have, okay, where you want to exactly check for this person and do it. Yes, as Sharat was saying, we are giving an API. Right now we are giving it in the JSON view. So if anybody are interested in getting an APIs from us, so please feel free to contact to us. We'll share a chat, we'll share a support link in the support email in our chat, so you can use it. And send your requirements. We'll try to have a discussion and share those APIs with you. So this is what the tool is about. So the consolidated view is the game changer for, I hope it will be a like very useful tool for you guys. So if you feel it it will make your life a bit easier, please give a thumbs up, so that we'll try to understand how useful and how many recruiters are interested in using it. So please if you are interested, if you like the demo, so please give a thumbs up. So let's see like how many are actually getting to it. Yep. If you guys have any questions, yes, feel free to ask. I'm open to the questions regarding this tool. So yeah. So this is about and yes. So let's say like I'm out now. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Somebody wants to ask a question.
Hello.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Amit.
Yeah. Uh, in starting phase, we are just uploading the CVs, number of CVs we have chosen for a particular job description, right? So
Yes,
this
yes.
tool will aggregate all those on the basis of skills, right? So earlier till now we have been doing on our own. I mean, by viewing the resume,
Okay.
then whether it matches with the requirement or not, then finally send it to the client.
Okay. Yes,
So
yes.
now we need to, I mean, through this, we need to upload CVs. Download CVs from any like portal or whatever it is, whatever we are using. So is this the way? Then finally, will it make somewhat complicated system, or it was? Can you
I'll
brief me?
reiterate the purpose, Amit. I'll reiterate the purpose of this tool. So as we have as a recruiters, we'll be getting a lot of resumes to us, right? As a
Mhm.
recruiter. So we get a lot of resumes and we want to consolidate this data into one single an Excel sheet, or like we want to do it like, and we want to compare, not comparison, I would say, like we want to have the whole data in one under one roof. So whatever the resumes you have, you can use our tool and get all this information under one in a one single file, which it's an Excel format. So you can use the data at any point of time. And if you want to filter the candidate in an Excel, you can do that. But in the next coming days, we're gonna bring a new tool, as you are asking the exact requirement. So here, I hope the requirement is like there is a JD, and whoever uploads a resume. So those two should be compared and given a score. If I'm not wrong, am I correct? That's what you're asked, right?
From our side, suppose we have a Java position, senior Java, whatever is coming. So
Mhm.
against that, we have downloaded some CVs, new CVs.
Okay.
So all we need to put into this, into this system, or whatever it is. Then finally we'll get whether how many of them are relevant on the basis of skills. Will it reflect the same, or?
Yeah, it will reflect the same. So you can have it. So I'll just show it. If you see it in the Excel, one second. Yeah, if you see it in the Excel, you can go into the skills and you can. If it
Mhm.
you see it in the skills, you can clearly observe like what are the skills that a particular person is having, and you can also see. And thus, yeah, Sharad will answer in a much better way. So he'll be answering your question.
Mhm.
See, Amit,
Yes. Yeah. Good
Amit,
evening.
basically,
Yes.
okay. See, the purpose of this tool, honestly, is not what you are thinking. Okay, this altogether has a different purpose. Okay, imagine
Mhm.
that, imagine that you have for whatever purpose you have actually downloaded some 200-300 resumes. Okay, for a Java position from Naukri or Monster. Okay,
Mhm.
now you
Okay.
wanted to send a email to them. Okay, or some chat message you want to send all to all these 300 people. Now
Okay.
current option is to basically uh, go pass through each of these resume, take one email ID, phone number manually, Control C, Control V, and paste it in some place, and then you can start using it. Okay, so
Right.
instead of passing through these resumes manually, this tool with one click will help you to extract email ID or a phone number, or sometimes, for example, you have 300 resumes. Employer said, boss, I prefer someone who is from IIT. Okay,
Mhm.
now the option for you is to again manually open and pass through all these 300 resumes. Instead, with
Mhm.
one click of a button, you actually have an option to identify that resume which has an IITN there. Because you
Mhm.
actually ask for is educational qualification. Sai, can you show the educational qualification professional?
Okay.
So here, if you see the column F, okay. Now
Mhm.
with Control F on F column, you just search for IIT.
Okay.
Okay, then you will be able to get it.
Okay. It's mentioned that he is
Okay,
done from IT.
yeah. So you just search for that. Like for example, right now the Sai has taken only some 6 resumes, and here imagine that you have 600 resumes, and you want to find
Mhm.
out that one guy in it, or you wanted to know someone. Some customer asked, "I am right now looking for a job seeker who work for a specific company. Okay,
Okay.
last assignment should be from. Imagine if he says that he should be from Infosys. Now with this tool, you extract all the companies that he has worked for and just search for Infosys.
Hmm.
Now with easily you will be able to identify, cherry pick those kind of resumes.
So we need to upload on this app a number of CVs. I mean, we have to
Yes,
make a
yes.
database,
This is not related to our
right?
regular market. This app is
Okay.
different
So I
from.
mean, you can understand that it will consume more and more CVs from you can say Naukri or Monster. Is this the way, or
No,
we'll keep on maintaining the database too?
no. This is actually don't get confused with our platform. So our platform has a
Hmm.
contest, and you actually need to submit resumes to that contest. That's a different purpose altogether. These are all standalone
Okay.
applications which you can use it either, like for example, you found one contest and you wanted to check whether they are notice period, and you wanted to send one common message to them. Okay, this app
Okay.
can be used in a standalone manner, extract the data, and you can actually take some informed decisions or take some action items on them. It's an independent tool. This has nothing to do with our general submission or JD to CV matching and all that. This tool is only to extract
Hmm.
data from specific data from the pool of resumes.
Full of resume. So how resume will come into this an app?
So You,
That
you,
we
you,
need to.
yeah, for example, for whatever, forget about hiring hood. Now you are working for some one of your employer, and your team has
Okay.
downloaded some 300 resumes. Now all of a sudden,
Okay.
your employer asked for, do you have any IITNs in that?
Hmm.
Now you can upload all those 300 resumes into this tool and extract the data in an Excel format, and then you can search there in the education column.
Okay.
For example, or you want to send an email to all these hundreds of people, then that is available
Hmm.
in one of the column in the Excel sheet. Likewise, there are different data that you can extract from the these pool of resumes, and you can take certain action. Okay.
Okay.
If you have any more questions, maybe we'll sync up offline, Amit. Maybe
Okay.
we'll. Okay.
Okay. I may ask later on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, any more questions we have?
Let's go with the joining probability.
Okay. Are we clear? Yeah, we can add a lot more columns, Aditya. Right now, see, Venkatadri asked any limit on resume upload. Right now, we made it 25, but down the line, we would like to increase it substantially. Maybe 100, 200, something like that, we wanted to increase. Okay. So, how do we request for new features? Aditya, the interesting part is that we are in the next version of our apps. In the sorry, not in the next version, in the current version itself, we gave a link where recruitment partners can actually add new features. Can you, Sai, can you give a demo of that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Sai, can you go ahead? Mm.
Yeah. Hi guys. Hi, I'm back again. Yes. So when you have any new questions or new ideas, like okay, like you want some kind of a feature or anything, so what you can just do it. Simply click a bell icon which is shown in the green color. So it is visible in all the pages. So it's not necessary it will be there on the apps or anywhere. So it will be throughout all the pages. So once you click here, so and click bulb here. So you'll be redirected to this summarize idea. So whatever the idea you had, or whatever the content you want to like, or what kind of a tool that you are looking for, you can just simply write the title. Let's say, like for example, one of our guys have asked, I guess, I know who's that. Yes, Amit has asked about how do we match. So you can just simply like JD to CV matching or JD to resume matching, and you can just keep some content like once I upload. So you just need to just give, or even you can also keep a picture of it, like what exactly you want, and you can, once you upload a picture, it automatically stores it and it gives it back to us. Yes, it comes like this. And you can select a topic, whether it is a feature or if you find any bug or any improvement you want, so you can select whichever you want and you can just update it. Let's assume it's a feature and I selected, and if you want you can post anonymously, or you can just submit your idea here. You just need to enter your email and a password, and that's all, it's done. So it will be submitted and it will becomes it comes to our platform. And definitely we'll be very curious to see some kind of insights from you guys, so that we can clearly understand and get back to you and in building and helping you in the process. So in this way you can use our application. Again, I'll be sharing this, you can have a look into it. So in this way, so it's, I just close it. So once if I click on plus icon, and yes, it's automatically there.
Yeah, for example, maybe we should Soumya, can you actually copy paste the same thing and using that? It's a good idea because Soumya, I think just a minute, Sai, can you like to cover? Okay. Soumya, are you there? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Soumya, that's a really fantastic suggestion and that's a good ask. Can you straight away use this tool feature to post your idea? We wanted to capture that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go to the bell icon.
Okay.
Because it's a genuine ask and I really liked it.
Yeah,
See, right?
thank you.
Soumya's ask is that right now when you are submitting resumes, you are actually entering all the details, email ID, phone number, full name of the job seeker, one after the other to do the duplication check.
Yes.
Instead, Soumya's suggestion is that how about we enter all the job seeker details in one Excel sheet and maybe in bulk upload. Then you let us know which is not a duplicate. Then we can only submit, then manually enter one by one. It's a
Yes.
good ask. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a good feature request. So please go ahead and submit it.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay. Likewise, if anyone has some suggestions or requisitions that you wanted to have on the platform, feel free. We would like to build the platform on all these apps in line to the market expectations than we thinking something in our drawing board and then building apps on our own. It's really good if we can actually listen to you. It's basically it's a litmus test for us, and it's good to align our roadmap with the asks that you have than we building applications in isolation. Soumya, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Really,
Thank you.
really appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you have any more questions or asks that you have? If not, we can actually proceed to the next topic. Next topic is really going to be interesting. I'm just going to ask one question. Okay, so Venkatadri gave a feedback that regarding the location also. You can. So next one is going to be a real interesting application. So I'm going to ask one question, and you have to say that if you have went through this scenario, give a thumbs up so that we'll understand. Have any time where you and your team put a lot of effort right from the beginning of sourcing that job seeker profile and put him through a lot of rounds of interviews, coordinating across multiple days and all, and finally You're so happy that the employer has selected and rolled out an offer, and it so happened that the job seeker has accepted the offer, and you're actually waiting for the bounty to be released from the employer. And on the day of joining, the job seeker, for whatever reasons, he ghosted us. Okay. So, and you really don't know the reason why he ghosted us. And if it is known to you, you would have actually avoided this scenario where you would not have put a lot of effort on this, or at least even if you have put some effort, you're uh, at least had some backup offers rolled out, or you don't have, or else you would have a lesser expectations on this candidate, whether it'll so I think I see a lot of thumbs up.
Everyone, in fact.
Konde Suresh actually gave some 10,
Yes, yes, it just happened with me. The client name is Capgemini and candidate doesn't join the company.
Yeah. So Rajat, maybe I think going forward you will not have that heartburn, or at least you are prepared to handle the worst case scenario. So we also have encountered that scenario. This is also a touch and feel problem that we faced, where our recruitment partners put a lot of effort, and our team, hiring hood team, also have put a lot of effort in terms of coordinating with the employers, made sure the interviews happen, and finally an offer is made. And the good, in a way, the good and bad part is that if the job seeker rejects the offer, that's okay, I mean, to some extent, because we know upfront that he's not joining. But imagine a scenario where you have the acceptance from the job seeker, and you're waiting for the D-Day, and it so happens that he ghosts us. So it's a very bad situation to be in. That's the reason we ended up building this tool called Job Seeker Joining Probability Tool. The very interesting part is that, see, typically what happens is that right now, uh, the limitation in the current recruitment industry is that employers are uh, giving their technical ask in the JD, and the job seeker is putting his technical know-how in the CV, and we people from the recruitment industry is actually taking these two inputs and trying to do a matching. And basis this, we are actually scheduling the interviews, and we are having a lot of hopes and all. But actually, the missing part is that employer has his own preferences. He will not put it in the JD. They are hidden somewhere. His preferences are hidden. It doesn't come onto the JD. Similarly, job seeker has his own preferences, but he will not put it in the CV. He'll only put his technical know-how, his education qualification, and all that. So those preferences are not captured. So that's where we we build this tool, wherein what we do is that on one side, when an employer gives a JD, we expect the employer to give the preferences we would like to make him explicitly capture his preferences on one side, and on the other side, we expect the job seeker to fill his preferences. Okay. Then our AML algorithm, with a lot of complex logic that we have built in, kicks in, and which will do a wonderful job of trying to match the preferences of job seeker versus the employers, and it will actually gives you a joining probability score. It could be like there's a 90% probability that this job seeker will join, or there is a 20% probability that this fellow will join. Okay. So likewise, it gives you a score. Okay. But the story doesn't end there. The most interesting part is that the tool also gives you an opportunity for you to know for what all reasons he will join, for what all reasons he will not join, and tweaking what parameters you can actually increase the probability of joining. The tool will actually give you those insights as well. I will ask Sai to do the demo of it. Okay. Maybe Sai would like to do a demo, and I will go on mute.
Yep. Thanks, sir. Yes. So yes, we at Hiring would has seen a lot of cases like people ghosting us, and after even the offer roll out, or after the offer is also rolled out. So we have seen, yeah, even they accept it, but still at the day of joining, they ghost us a lot. So to avoid such kind of a scenarios, we want to understand what exactly the requirement, as Sharath was saying. We want to have an understanding between the two parties, like one the employer and the other the job seeker. What exactly he's looking for when he has applied, what exactly what he is looking for in the next job. So we can have a clear cut information there. So in that way we can understand. Yeah, Rajat, were you saying something? Sorry. Okay, fine. I hope it's not. So I'll take answer as no. Yeah. So I'll just give you a demo, like what exactly how it works. I hope the screen is visible. If it's visible, please give a thumbs up. And then let's go ahead. Yes, cool. Thanks, Asha. Thanks, Deepak. Yes. So here again, when you come onto the dashboard, you can see the joining probability, and you can start by clicking and enter now. So you can give your client name as Rajat was saying. It's with the Accenture, right? You faced it. Let's assume you are keeping it as your client name is an Accenture, and you are keeping a title for senior Java developer. So this is a bit 7-step process technically. You just need to upload a JD here. Actually, I want to put a React one. So once you are uploaded the JD, so it will be stored, and if you can go to the next. So you need to give some information to our system. So what's the company is about. So whether it's an MNC, yeah, it will be filled by the employer. So you can just show it to us. Like this is how it looks like. So what's the size of the company, the job of the company is offering. So you can just see like whether it's an early stage startup or something. I'll choose it as an MNC, and what type of company is offering this job, like whether it's a startup scaling or a large enterprise or a mid-level enterprise. I consider it as a large level enterprise and more than 500 employees. And if I want, I can disable the questions also. It's not necessary all the questions should be enabled. So you can select and you can disable this question, so that in your calculations, so those questions will be excluded while calculating the score. So this with the company and what kind of a growth that you are likely, or the employer is likely to give, whether challenging projects in unknown technologies or challenging projects in new technologies. So you can select any one of those and you can just update it. And how much hike you will be providing during the appraisals. Right now the numbers are like this: 25, 15, 75. Technically that doesn't happen, but we are just keeping it as a this thing. Right now it is there, so you can see. And again, if you want, you can disable the questions, what type of an office. So you can just disable those questions, and then you can go to the location. Yes, here you can arrange the preference. What are the preference that you're looking for, whether it's a remote, you can select generally office or hybrid mode that you're looking at. So hybrid, you just need to drag and drop. So it automatically changes. And the remote is my second option, third is my office, and fourth is the on-site. And you can also select what kind of a city or what kind of a place that you will be giving the opportunity to work with him. Let's assume it's a metro, and in which country. So you can enable the countries, or you can disable these questions. So you can also disable. And then if you go to the perks, what kind of a perks that he's having. So telephone bill, certification reimbursement, and gadget bill, relocation allowance, and these all company gives, and you can enable it. And let's assume in office there is a kitchen or a canteen or even a gym, so that also excites the job seeker to have. It's just these are the perks, right? So that's the reason. And in the role preferences, it's an individual contributor, and employment type is full type. And I want to provide, can offer a designation a current or a more, and and the same, like even I want to give the same designation also if he wants, or he or she. And it's a 8 hour straight work, and it's a day shift. And yes, it's a challenging work, and I would be giving more into R&D and the client based projects. If I save next, so here you'll be taken into the next page where you can send invites. So let's assume I can send invites here. So some of the people text their email they address. Can text their email addresses also, so that we can keep those in the chat.
Can you guys text your email IDs? Ask.
Yep. Can you guys send us your email so that we can send, so that you can see like how it looks like for the job seeker point of view also. Okay. For time being, I'll be doing it.
Yeah, Shiva. Your
Yep.
email ID.
Shiva gave an email address. Thank you, Shiva. So I'm keeping your email address also, and I'm just sending hiring word Accenture preferences. So if I submit, so it sends, it triggers an email. Shiva, you can all just a moment. It sends. I hope Shiva, you must have received an email address. Yes. So number of invites sent, and you can also track your jobs. So this is. I hope you got an email. So let me share my screen and how it looks for a job seeker, and how do we capture that data also. I hope my screen is visible.
No, not okay. Now we can.
Yeah. So this is the job seeker preference. So you can come and you can give your inputs. So like my name is Sai Kiran, and this is my contact number. And my here as a job seeker, my preferences are I would like to look into the salary aspect a bit. So the salary and the company. Next is the location. I would be looking at. It's just basically my preferences. It's just sorting what kind of a preferences I'm looking at. And next thing is I'm interested in the work. What kind of a work I'll be getting into it. And
It's basically my order of
yes,
preference.
it's your order of preference. It's an order of preference that you need to keep it, so that you can save. And next, in once you saved it, so you can be asked, you'll be given a list of options where a job seeker can fill. Like here I'm interested in a fixed pay and a variable pay also, if possible a bonus also. I'm looking into it. So I'm looking at a 15 LPA, and the current on my base, I'm asking for a 25% hike. So if I save and if I go next, so this is my location preferences. So I am interested in the remote first, and then the hybrid, then the office. So that's my preference. And yes, if office is there, I would recommend, I would like to be in the metro city, not in the tier 1 or a tier 2 city. And even if you have any preferences, like I'm interested in going to US and I'm going to open for India, I can select. And cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Bombay. Yeah, Bangalore and Bombay. Even if you want, you can add some other cities also. Let's say, like for example, I want to uh, any other country or any other state. You can see, let's say Mexico City or a Beijing or
Seoul, South Korea.
yeah. Let's say like I want to keep in New York or any other, like any other countries also. I can keep any other state cities in those another countries. So I can see, like in the growth, I would like to have a straight 8 hour straight work. And in the day shift, I'll be interested. I'm okay with. I'm okay with a challenging environment, but I'm interested in an R&D and a client based projects, and even internal projects of or products I'm interested in. So now I saved it, and I can go for the growth. So in this way, you can. It's not necessary he needs to fill all those. I can even skip. I'm not interested in the growth. Let's assume, and save next. The company also, I'm not interested. What kind of a company it would be, and the perks. Yes, here I'm interested. I want these reimbursements, so that it will be help. It helps me. So I've kept it, and I save next. So it automatically saves, and you can also see I want to be an individual contributor, and I want to be a full time, not in a contract positions. And then I save next. So if I finish, so it automatically saves and it triggers. So it triggers here, and you can automatically see in the history part. Yeah. So here, if you see, select for example. I opened out this. So here Sai Kiran has responded. Yes. And his probability is 67%. And you can see his responses, what exactly he has kept in each and every this thing. So the candidate preferred MNC, but an employer sent is a startup, let's assume. If it's like a startup, so then it's a 33%. And what kind of a growth that the job can offer? It's a hike in salary. I'm looking into it, but the employer offers challenging projects and works in new technologies. So that's the reason it's not a exact match to what the candidate preferences and what the employer preferences. Here, as we said, it's a 67%. So these are all the places where there is a difference. You can see in the score, it's not an exact match what the candidate is looking for. If it's an exact match, so you can see it's an 100% match. Even in the salary is fine, so he doesn't have any issues. But the places where you can change or make some amendments here are these. So he wants a remote, but it's an office job. But even though he has given a remote, but he is interested in the metro city, so that's the reason. So his preferences are like this, and you can just see it's a 33%. So in this way you can have an informed an idea about the candidate, whether he'll be after rolling out an offer, whether he'll come to the on the D day, whether he'll join or not. So in this way we are actually getting an idea, or to have a hope whether this person, because of this candidate, I'll get a bounty or not, or like any incentives or something. So in this way, you as a recruiter, you can assess the candidate much in a much better way. So in this way you will be having for each and every candidate, and you can see this data. I hope it's clear, or any questions or anything, I'll be happy to answer. Yes, any questions? I'm open for questions, guys.
No, as of now, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
First,
How the
questions are raising when we are start using. So,
yeah.
facing the difficulties
How
and
is
all.
the application looking like? Yes, Johar, yes. When the data is not properly filled, there can be a different candidates. Let's assume if candidate fills up more options, if there is any match in it to his, let's assume I had given him as an MNC, but he's looking for a startup or an MNC. So he's interested in MNC also, right? Then that in that case also it's an 100% match, because he's interested in both the cases, whether it's a startup or an MNC, he's interested in both. So in that way you can see. So
Yeah,
even
thank you, Sai Kiran. It is very useful.
yes, thanks, Asha. So in this way, you can have a clear understanding about the candidate in a much deeper understanding, where you can actually leverage that information with the employer. So you can actually ask him. So if he's something looking into this format, or like he's looking for a remote, or you can ask all these details. Yeah, it can be done at any point of time. It's not necessarily it needs to be done after the offer is rolled out, or before offer is rolled out. You can send him, and you can give all the preferences of the company and throw him in, like you can send an email to him and get his information before the screening starts it.
Yeah.
So Sharad comes in here, so he can answer all the questions. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, one interesting part we should understand here is that typically what happens is that whenever and you actually there are two ways of looking at it. Okay. Consider that we are actually integrating this app onto our platform, where um, before submitting itself, you can ask, or after rolling out, you can ask the job seeker to fill in the details. That is one aspect. The other aspect is, irrespective of hiring hood platform, okay, you wanted to basically use it in a standalone mode. Okay, you are working for some employer not on hiring hood platform, a different employer altogether new. Okay, now you got some 100 resumes, and now you want to start the process. Now what happens is that typically you wanted to, given a choice, you wanted to know which guy is really interested in this company, and preferably you wanted to pick that guy where you have the highest probability of joining, like, because we put all these in effort with an intention that that fellow, that the job seeker should actually get onboarded and we should get our money. Now Imagine that if you tell the job seeker that I am actually getting these details for a specific employer, most likely the results won't be correct, because what he will do is that he will fudge his preferences specific to that employer. Like for example, if you give him a MNC Wipro, then in his job preferences he will select I'm okay to work for IT services company because Wipro is an IT service company. For example, if you say the end customer is Qualcomm, he might say that I'm interested in product companies. So the results won't be accurate. To solve this problem, what we have done is, whenever either imagine that you mimic an employer role, you give all the preferences of the employer, looking at the JD, you learn certain things, and you have actually played the role of an employer. Now you wanted to send this to 100 job seekers and try to see how many of them are really, after you make an offer, will join. Now the mail that goes out of Hiring Hood platform goes in such a way that it says to the job seeker, boss, Hiring Hood is a platform where you have hundreds of employers. What we would like to capture from you is that basically give your general dream job preferences. Okay, we will get you the right jobs as per your preferences. Okay, it will ask him to give a generic preferences, not specific to that. That way, what happens is that if he discloses those generic preferences, then you can compare them with the current employer preferences, and then you'll understand the differences between them. That's the beauty of this tool. It's not going to ask for a specific employer, though your intention is to match his preference against a specific employer. The job seeker will not be knowing that these details are being matched against this specific employer. It could be that, of course, our intention from a platform point of view is that we would like to give the job seeker his own dream job among a lot of jobs. Okay, just a minute, I have some queries.
Yes.
Yeah. So client and resources often fail to provide Venkatadri. Yeah. So typically that's exactly the reason we gave that option of, if for example employers doesn't want to ask some questions or give the certain preferences, we have an option to disable that. Similarly, job seeker were also given an opportunity not to disclose certain preferences. On either side, you have a choice. We have factored in that, Venkatadri. I understand, because that's a good suggestion or a good insight you are sharing. Not all people are even interested in disclosing all their preferences and all on either side. That's the reason you have a choice. I think so. Sai has actually shown that to you, right? I can disable some question, and from the employer side.
It will not go to the employer.
Yeah, in fact, whatever the question that you actually have disabled, that even now it doesn't even go to the job seeker. So Johar, up to how many months, years we can stick to that form of
what we gave.
Mhm.
So they're asking like how.
Yeah. See, I see at that snapshot of time, that's the state or the preference of the job seeker. Okay, it's not that at least with the current hiring cycle, most likely his preferences won't change. Okay, at least there's a fair chance that he has certain preferences at that snapshot of time. That's exactly the reason why we gave him a sort option of his preferences. Like for example, right now I'm a newbie in the industry. Initially, I might be looking for initial jumps happen because of salary hike. So my preferences in this situation will be, my first preference when we sought salary is my preference. After sometimes 2-3 years of experience or 5 years of experience, typically my phase when I'm switching companies, my preference will be a branded company. Okay, next comes a situation where I'm more interested in the kind of work I do. Look, at that juncture or that kind of roles, I might be putting my preference is that. And some situations where I become more than 10 plus years of experience, my preference is my role and title is more important for me. So I do agree that the preferences change over a period of time, but at least at that certain snapshot of time, their preferences remain the same. Okay, that might be the reason why they are switching companies. Okay. So basis this, we calculate the score, and what you should be doing is that if you wanted to use it in a standalone mode, you can fill up the employer preferences, share, put some 100 email IDs, and ask your job seekers to fill it up, their preferences. Once they fill up, then you will be able to see their scores of all these 100 people. How many of them has the highest probability of joining? Maybe it makes more sense for you to put little more efforts towards those guys, because if you, at the end of it, if you roll out an offer and if that guy accepts and doesn't join, it doesn't get any revenue for us. So it's good to put efforts towards those people where the probability of joining is high, and you know the reasons why he will join. Yeah, thanks, Zohar team. Okay. Do you have any more questions? I wanted to hear some, and hope you understood the logic or the purpose of this tool and how you can use it in standalone situation. Can you guys respond? Either you like the tool, you didn't like it, or you have any queries, questions? Because if you wanted to save your time and effort, instead of investing all your time and energies on a wrong candidate, yeah, we will give that option to change the questions. Yes. Yeah, customization we would like to. Yeah. So typically, right now, we are giving the opportunity for employers. In your case, you might actually mimic the role of an employer and set the employer preferences so that you will understand the pulse of the job seeker. Okay, and for a job seeker, he has a choice to disclose certain preferences on his side. But either way, you will be knowing what he's actually looking for. Right now, there's no way that we can know what are his preferences. We are making him cough out all his preferences. Of course, our intention is to get the kind of a job that he's looking for. It's not that we would like to use the score only to eliminate the candidates and bring him out of that queue. We also wanted to put those efforts in terms of getting a dream job for him, like the way we would like to help you with a score. We also would like to help the job seeker in terms of because, for example, his choice is work from home, and we realize that this JD that you have put is more of a work from office. Now he doesn't fit your bill, because there's no point in you putting a lot of effort trying to get that guy an offer if it is a competition against some offer that he has, which is offering a work from home. He would naturally opt that, though he might accept this offer. While we consider that he may not be interested or he will not join this company, we will also know that for which all companies are offering work from home, and he might be a good fit there. And we would like to recommend those kind of employers to the job seeker. So either on both the sides, we are trying to help each employer on the job seeker. Thereby, our recruiters' efforts are optimized. So that the idea is to basically optimize our recruiter efforts so that you actually bet on the right candidates. Okay. Any more questions, or is the purpose of this? Yeah. We presume that it can revolutionize that. Aspiration is to bring that. Thanks for that. So any of you, can you make some comments, some noise? Yeah, we realize that this kind of an app is not available in the market right now. So this actually can help both the all the parties in the recruitment industry. One is that employers know whether employers and the recruiters know whether after making an offer the job seeker will join or not. That is one thing. The second thing is that the job seeker will also know that okay, there are some entities in the industry who actually can get me my dream job because I'm disclosing my preferences upfront. Now it is, if it is known on either side, it is, then we can actually do a mapping better. So there can be a situation where the tech skills of a job seeker might be average, but if the probability of he joining is more, now it is actually better for the employer to roll out an offer to some guys where his skills are average, but he is very much interested in their company. And if it is very much interested, it's better I take that guy, groom him and nurture him, and maybe he will deliver more because he's naturally inclined and his preferences are matching my company profile. Then I have a very skilled, high skilled guy, but the probability of he joining is only 10-20%. I put him to the entire process, and finally it so happens that he will get an offer, he will accept, he will not join. Yeah, Johar time. Please go ahead.
Am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, go. Please
Okay.
go.
So my question is, like, there are two scenarios. One scenario is that I understand this is a standalone application, but there is one scenario where Hiring Hood is posting job post and we have to submit the resumes, right?
Okay.
Take a scenario that there is an opening of Java developer and I have downloaded 10 resume, for example, right? So for 10 resumes, I have to use the tool, considering like I'm using requirement employer as a Hiring Hood, right? In this case. So I downloaded the 10 resumes and I have to ask my candidates to fill up the form. It would be generic inputs, right? As you said, right?
Yes.
He would not be able to understand that I am hiring for Java developer at Hiring Hood, right? So he will
Instead of
get
Hiring Hood, just to avoid a confusion, let's use Wipro. Just to avoid the confusion. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Wipro is and client of Hiring Hood, like kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So they might, I'm considering that way only. So if and after sending the email would be coming from the Hiring Hood's hand, right?
Yes.
That this is the something like, but they will be knowing that I am sending the email, right? I am there or not.
No, right. See, right now, the mail is triggered from Hiring Hood, stating that boss, we learned that you have actually come on to Hiring Hood platform, and we expect you to please give us your preferences so that Hiring Hood is a platform and we have a lot of job opportunities. We would like to know your preferences. Basis your preferences, we would like to recommend the matching employers. That's what the generic message goes to him. It may not be that it will go as a Zohar ka email or specific this thing and all. Maybe we will see if that can be done. Maybe Sai, maybe note it down. We will try to see if a mail can be triggered from the okay email, or else it becomes a challenge because we can't trigger a mail on their behalf.
We can keep them
in CC or something like that. Keep them in CC and then send it out. Okay.
That email will be triggered after we upload the resume only, right?
No, see, when it's not resume is not necessary, because all that you can do is that fill in the employer ka preferences. You mimic as if you are a Wipro, and you fill in all the employer as if Wipro is giving its preferences, and then just copy paste the email address of the job seeker. No need to fill anything else.
Okay.
Because
Even without contacting them, also we can do this practice. Is it?
yes, right now you
Okay.
can do that. Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So once they reply, but I will be the like mediator, right? In just in case, like if they
Yeah.
reply something,
You will
right?
actually in your dashboard, for example, his name is Ram Kumar, job seeker.
Uh,
So you will know the preferences of Ram Kumar. So what he
okay.
is looking for is known
Okay.
upfront to you.
Good. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, got it. So that's one scenario. And when there is a direct employer, like my direct client, then also
Mhm.
I can use this tool, right?
Yes,
The same
independently.
way.
Yes.
But at that point of time, hiring would won't be in the picture. I had to use my own dashboard. Is it like that? An email would be from my end only. Otherwise, it would be
You will use the hiring hood dashboard only. But
okay.
only thing is that if you just say that, for example, your end client is Qualcomm. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now there are two problems. One is that if you declare that you are getting the preferences because you are trying to source his profile to Qualcomm, then there's a fair chance that he will fudge the results. He
Yes.
will put
Yes.
all the answers specific to
Hmm.
Qualcomm. Okay,
Yes.
so that's the reason we would recommend that don't give. It's better we send the email from us
Okay. Got it.
stating that was because we are a
Ah.
platform, we have hundreds of
Hmm.
employers.
Hmm.
Now you understood the logic, right? The reason
Logic.
why
Yes.
we would
Logic.
like to send it. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, any more questions? Or do you think this is a useful tool? Can you guys actually respond? Make some noise. Yeah, Venkatadri, you have any question? Hello, Venkatadri. Do you have any questions? Oh, okay. Thanks for that. Can you can also tell what you would like to have additional features in this app? What do you think can be a good feature that we can add to this tool? See there's a possibility of like consciously consider that I'm giving a wrong data to the system. Okay, what will happen is that as a job seeker I will be at loss because if I'm actually misleading the system, I'll have the wrong recommendations of jobs. Like for example, I'm really interested in work from home, but I declare it as I'm okay with job work from office. Now what happens is that job seeker will end up receiving some recommendations stating that these are all the work from office opportunities that are available to you. Would you like to apply? Then he will end up having wrong recommendations. So if he is trying to cheat the system, it's basically denting his into his the probability of he getting a job. And since we are collecting the preferences at a platform level and in a generic way, he will not be knowing for against which employer and which JD this is actually vetted against. So Aditya is asking some question. Is it possible for me to send offers from multiple employers after the offer letter is given to check if he is going window shopping? Yes, you can actually send this uh, this probability tool link multiple times in different stages of the recruitment process and see if his preferences are getting changed and all that. Okay, and Joe has since so many. See, the thing is that it is the recruiter should not be doing it because it is you who wants to know and safeguard your efforts and all. If you feed in the data to job seeker to fill it in such a certain way, what happens is that he will fill the data, and at the end of it, you will get him an offer, and he will not join because his preferences are something else. Thanks, Venkatadri. You have any apprehensions about the tool? You're saying that market situations also, but what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate a little more on that, Venkatadri?
No, sometimes they have a multiple offers, right? 4, 5 offers in the Corona situation. So
Mm-hmm.
even the person offered, he also don't know where he will join. So now last 3, 4 months, whatever offers we are giving, so the
Mm-hmm.
resources don't have that much demand. Whoever giving, they're all joining. So there is no decline. So when we have when they have a multiple options, then
Mm-hmm.
the joining probability also fits.
No, Venkatadri, that's exactly the reason why this tool helps. I'll tell you, see, at the end of it, as I was mentioning, in Corona time, most of the declines happened because of the CTC. Because there's a mad rush against, there's too much of a demand from employers, because it so happened that COVID actually forced everyone to go digital. So only 80% of the entire world is actually 80% of the entire world is not digitized before COVID. Now, because of COVID scenarios, everyone realized that we need to have a digital presence. Now, what happened because of that? There's a mad rush for employers to our customers to build a lot of apps, and for the de facto destination to build any of the technology apps is India. A lot of demand came into India, and the supply is limited. So every job seeker ended up having too many opportunities, and mostly it's a single reason is that most of the people are actually either opting for more salary or it's a work from home option. So at some point, at one phase of their life or career, they will choose one or the other. Like maybe Saikaran has actually shown you, right, where we will force the job seeker to sort his preferences. At this juncture, is your first preference the salary? At this juncture, is your first preference the brand of the company, or your first preference is technology, title, role, or whatever it is? So, since we are forcing them to sort, we will actually come to know what right now what is his emphasis is on and what is that he's looking for. Thanks, Venkatadri. So, any more questions we have? Hello. Do you have any more questions, or do you think we can close the session? Okay. If not, actually, we also have demo links that we actually. Swati, can you share the screen and show where they can actually have a high level understanding the demo of these tools? Can you share the screen and show so that at any point of time, if they wanted to have one more glance at the tool and have an understanding, go to apps.hiringhood.ai. There's a dashboard, and here you see that all the 6 tools that we have released till date, and go to the For example, that link, demo link. Like for example, there's a role mapper. Can you maximize the screen?
Yeah.